Alright, so this will be a feedback slash critique for The Perfect Blow. That's a funny name. Oh man, I haven't done these in a while. Okay, so you might know me as Shazam on the Discords. I'm gonna make this as quick as can be because there's not much to really say here for me. Long story short, I am by no means a Tekken professional. I'm just someone who happens to play a lot of Tekken, enjoys watching a lot of Tekken, watches a lot of Paul, plays a lot of Paul, and I like Paul, right? I am not someone, that's like, oh hey, do this quick and easy strat and get to Tekken God Omega Prime, right? I'm simply here to say, based on my experiences playing Tekken, watching Tekken, learning about Tekken, here's where I think you can stand to gain, right, in your gameplay. It is by no means gospel. It's just some food for thought. With that said, you uploaded a lot of footage, and I'm just going to be real with you. I don't watch like all of it. I'll watch like a match. I think with the increase in people, maybe coaching sessions will be a thing, so that way looking at like an hour of footage and having like a dialogue there will be easier. So that's also an option. For right now, I just want to focus on this match as like a, hey, here are my quick first impressions. Later on, when I have more time, maybe I'll watch a little bit more, like some of the later matches, to see any changes that I felt that need to highlight, right? But I'm just going to focus on what I believe are the core sort of aspects that I feel would be some big steps to improvement for your game, right? So with that, let's just get right into it. I'm not going to talk too much about combo optimization. I'll just point it out here and there, right? It's Paul, right? There's really not much else to say. Different combo routes I might talk a little bit more about, but basically right here, right, make sure to optimize this. You can get an extra hit in before having commit to 3-2, right? So doing wall standing 2 into standing 3 into down forward 4, squeeze out a little bit more damage, get a little bit more wall carry. Here I believe you adjusted for the wall carry, so you did forward 4-2-1 getting the wall spy, which is good. And then here you get the full wall combo, which is again good, but again you could have gotten a little bit more damage, and then a simple adjustment where, let's say, yes, adding the extra hits puts you closer to the wall, but then you can easily adjust your ender into something like wall standing 3-2, still getting the combo and all this other stuff. Just food for thought, right? Alright, so here, this is the biggest thing that I felt needs to change, right? So right here, you get him to the wall, his back is to the wall, but you're at like a weird angle, right? But you kind of passively hang back, and then I don't know if that's out of habit or whatever happened here, right? But you start doing sidestep left, and I'm not sure why. What was the reasoning here, right? Now, I'm not a Raven master, so maybe sidestep left is Raven's like general direction you want to step. My issue here is, even taking that into account, you're sacrificing your stage positioning. I think if you really want to, I'm gonna ramble a lot in this video, but the two core concepts I want to talk about, right, is maximizing your advantage, which includes just maximizing your stage positioning, and initiating offense, right? So for this one, long story short, start doing sidestep right. Start repositioning yourself, right, so that your opponent's back is to the wall and they don't have all this extra room to backdash and avoid some of your scarier offensive tools, right? Sidestep right, realign it so you get a good position into the wall, and now any wall spot you have can be converted into a full combo. In addition to that, a tool that you can maybe use here I've been really liking is up back 2, right? Yes, rest in peace, Tekken 7 up back 2, but specifically in this position on the screen, right? If the opponent, to escape the wall, the opponent can backdash, true, right? But that's why you want to realign your position, right? Sidestep right for you, puts them back into the wall, so if they start backdashing, they'll back up into the wall. But if they want to avoid this wall and get away from it, what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to sidestep left. Oh, up back 2 still tracks in that direction. In positions like this especially, the changes to side wall splats make up back 2 a lot more appealing. It's no longer just awkward side wall splat, immediate fall down. It'll be side wall splat with plenty of time to convert into a combo, or honestly just reposition and then make yourself into a stronger, advantageous position for Paul, right? The up back 2, it's a bit spicy, and the move's kind of whatever besides that. I also think the range got nerfed. It does not hit, it just doesn't feel like Tekken 7, even without the humming, the hitbox. Anyway, rambling aside, you need to take into account your stage positioning and kind of reevaluate in the match, right? Okay, what do I gain from being in this position? You gain safety, now you're farther away from the Raven, etc., etc., but you're not putting yourself in a winning position, right? Even back 1-2, like a straight back 1-2, if you had a better position from sidestep right and the Raven's back was to the wall, that can be an instant wall splat into closing out this round, right? Whereas here, you're just letting the Raven escape for free. So I like this part, right? So I like the immediate core circle back 4. Why not do it again? Why immediately do jab into 1-4? What exactly is the game plan here, right? Or again, core circle back 4, you're +1, you can continue offense. The opponent knows you can continue offense. They haven't shown anything that they're going to be trying to steal back their turn immediately yet, right? So then you want to go, okay, instead of continuing offense, I'm going to sacrifice that opportunity and instead go for better positioning. And now again, it's that same idea, right? Sidestep right, your opponent's back is to the wall, right? And it's not always going to be sidestep right. Sometimes it'll be sidestep left. It's whatever helps you keep the wall positioning. And now look, right? Look at the position you're in because of the throw break. And now your back is to the wall, where I think this could have been avoided. The argument could be that, you know, well, even if you reposition, as soon as they get the throw break, they're out of there, right? But you had 2 opportunities to reposition, and they've only gone for the throw like once or twice, maybe, right? It's again, overall in 100 games, right? The more often you reposition, the more chances you'll get at a game-winning opportunity for Paul, right? Just the bottom line comes down to Paul is just such a monster when the opponent's back is to the wall. You want to try and maintain that position as much as you can, right? Within reason, but reason depends a lot on context, and you know, that's just something you develop over time. Our game sense is something you develop over time. So this Raven doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing. He's just kind of throwing stuff out. And okay, was that really that launch punishable? Same idea here. You could be doing so much more with your combos. You don't need to be doing core circle forward 1 filler. Just do 4 into down forward 4. But I swear you're losing out on like 10 points of damage on your combos as they are currently. And it's that adds up, right? That's like a poke and a half, right? That's less work you can be doing. Optimizing combos is going to be up to the individual. I'm someone who doesn't really bother with core circle forward 1 filler. It's too much hassle. I focus on playing Paul as simple and consistent as possible, right? What can I do consistently? I can do 4 into down forward 4 filler into tornado into ender, right? Stupidly consistent, impossible, like nearly impossible to drop. Whereas the core circle for 1, sure, it's a example of player expression, right? It shows a mastery over Paul as a character, but I just don't care for that, right? I'm caring for my level of efficiency, right? If you choose to pursue it, I think it's doable with practice. Go for it, right? But you need to step up these combos. That's the bottom line here. Good option on the throw. Nice power crush. A little overeager on approaching offense, but it's fine. Again, so right here, this is another position, right? You can't see it, even if it's not. This one. It's a bit more complex, right? It's a lot more about stage awareness, right? Something you just build up with experience as you play hundreds of hours on this stage, right? Right here, even though the wall is not there, we know, right, that the wall is there, right? We know if we get a side wall splat, it'll happen. This is where up back 2 comes in my opinion. Or again, just start sidestepping right and reposition yourself so that the wall is in an advantageous position for you. Right now, the Raven has nothing to be afraid of, right? His back isn't to the wall. You're just kind of sacrificing your offense in your turns and just kind of backdashing away. There's no incentive for the Raven to be scared, and that should not be that way, right? It's fine. This, well, oh no, you still got it. Nice. Okay, good. I thought this side wall, I thought the wall there was gonna get you, but is that not punishable? Okay, I think that's more punishable than wall standing 3-2. Maybe it's not. Oh, you also get this a lot, right? Again, damage optimizations. You can get, you know, standing core circle back 2 there. Yeah, it uses up your heat, but with how small the stage is, I think the combination of the pushback from core circle back 2 and then you running forward is you would get to the wall really quickly. And now Raven's back is to the wall facing a Paul with heat activated, and that is that I'm looking at that Raven's health bar. 1 Death Fist is more than enough to fucking kill him, right? Heat Death Fist, huge, immense pushback to the wall. It'll wall splat from halfway across the screen, and you'll just kill him with a wall combo, right? Again, but you get that counter hit confirm a lot, and I think it's something you got to develop. But I think in these positions where you just quickly gauge, like, okay, I got the counter hit, I think I can spend rage here or heat here and activate for a big momentum swing, right? Without doing that and just kind of letting this counter hit go, I don't think you're doing enough to maximize your offense, which is the issue here. You're just backing up, letting the Raven do his thing again. You're not even really getting like chip damage here with core circle forward 3, with back 4, with trying to pressure with jabs or anything. You back off, let the Raven do what he wants, and then you're going at it again. I still believe, even in Tekken 8, Paul is more of a defensive character in nature, right? He's sluggish, he's got really big focus on counter hits, down forward 2 is a lot more defensive focus. The character is just not really built for this overwhelming offense, which in the long run of Tekken 8 might be an issue, but we'll see. But, separate discussion. My point here is that there's a line between playing defensive and just playing passive. Right now, I think you're just playing passive, and that's kind of what's going to kill you in the long run. It's like, yes, you can hang back and do nothing and kind of let the opponent and react to what the opponent does, but you can also just do more. You can be more proactive and try to influence the opponent's decision making. Okay, I want to react to what the opponent is doing. Okay, well, here's my reaction. They're not ducking enough, so I'm going to start doing more lows, right? Or, oh, they're not they're not moving around enough. So I can use a lot more of my linear moves that maybe have better rewards, right? Like down forward 4, right? There's just a lot more. You can be more active in defense than you are now. I'm not saying you need to start throwing out the strings and start throwing out demo mans and doing a lot more on offense, but simple poking, simple pressure, going for chip damage, something to influence the Raven into making a decision you can capitalize off of, right? So, okay, you back off, the Raven's not pressing anything, so start throwing some buttons out, start rushing at him, dash blocking, seeing what he does, right? A lot of options here, but I just think you can stand to be a bit more active in defense. Nice. Nice. Unfortunate, no pickup. In situations like that, if you get a stray hit, if you're uncertain, one, you don't need to dash up. Two, just do standing 3-2. That thing will pick up super low to the ground, if not grounded in some instances. I don't think it doesn't hit grounded, but it hits so low to the ground, so you'll get the pickup. In those situations, it's fine to just do 3-2 into a combo, right? You'll still get some wall carry, you'll still get some damage off the stray hit. It's pretty good. With better awareness, I think you can consistently get down forward 4 for those pickups. That thing hits super low to the ground. I fucking love that move right now. Is that the wall standing one? What are these combos? Man, you just get those counter hits all over the place. Okay, that's another thing, maximizing offense, right? Oh, no, you went for down forward 1 immediately after. That's fine. Oh my god, you just get that counter hit all over the place. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, right? I'm seeing you get a counter hit for the 3rd time, right? So at that point, just let it rip. Corsa, go back to his back is to the wall. He might even get wall splat so you can finish up the combo, but you'll be in a massively advantageous position with heat, with the Raven back to the wall or on the ground from your wall combo, and you just have a lot of factors going in your favor, right? Let's see, so get the last hit, chunk him a little bit, right? So if you did Corsa go back 2 instead, you'd have gotten a little bit more damage because of the clean hit and then all that follow-up. Dash up, and yes, even with the Raven at like half-ish health, one heat drive death fist, right, and he's gonna die, especially there. What is that combo? Good throw break. Oh, that's interesting. Again, you're backing off too far. You're realigning now. Nice. Nice. Oh, did this guy rage quit? Jackin. Oh my god, the fucking TTTV in their name as well. Trash. Anyway. Hold that. He's got to hold that. Nice. Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny. Neutral, punishment / matchup knowledge, combo / Oki, personal opinions on stuff. Neutral. You're not using enough jabs, you're not using enough pokes, you're just very passive on defense. You're just kind of letting the opponent run into you, and that's not going to work in Tekken 8. It might work in Tekken 7, because Paul still had up back 2 counter hit, and of course go back 4 counter hit, and he had rage art cancel. He had a lot of factors that he can just kind of lag in the early parts of the game, and then in the late game just be like, well, I have rage art cancel, so I will kill you at some point in this round, right? You got to be more active on offense, you got to be more active on defense. You can always influence the player, the opponent, into making a decision that you want, right? You're not fighting a computer that reads your input and has the perfect response every time. You are fighting a human player with human tendencies to make errors. So look at what their errors are and then make a game plan based around that. Paul exists to demolish people who make a lot of mistakes, right? His punishment kit is still really good. His ability to frustrate the opponent and tax their mental stack with his variety of options and safe counter hit launchers is still relatively intact, right? There's still a lot you could be doing, right? Try to initiate more offense with one jab. Initiating offense with the least amount of commitment but the most amount of reward is going to be core to your ability in the higher ranks, right? Players are not going to be giving you these opportunities like this Raven who just thinks he should use every move in the move list, right? And just start throwing everything out. That's not going to happen at higher ranks. A lot of people are going to be utilizing a lot more movement and sidestepping to initiate offense, and you'll throw out a move, they'll sidestep it and then punish you. So you need to figure out, okay, how do I jab? How do I back four into offense? How do I low poke? Stuff like that. How do you get chip damage throughout the round? So that way an opponent that just backs away and doesn't throw out a lot of things, you'll still get some chip damage in, right? There's just a lot of like little areas, but those little areas are important to start capitalizing on because that's how you build up the big rewards, right? Start small, you build up big. Start with a few pokes, initiate offense with jab, and then through safe poking, safe throwing out whatever move you want, you'll be able to frustrate the opponent into, oh, cool, you threw something else out and I can get a bigger punish, and start building that up. Punishment / matchup knowledge. I don't know enough about Raven. I'm sure he's mostly the same as Tekken 7 Raven, but I don't think there's like any critical areas where I'm like, how could you not punish this, right? I think right now the biggest things that I think should be focused on for improvement are stage awareness and positioning. Combos need to get, step it up on the combos, and then experiment more with how you initiate offense and experiment more with your defense. Don't just backdash to oblivion, right? There's no point. You want to be in an ideal range where Paul can slam quarter circle back 4 without having to worry about getting whiff punished. And if the opponent's in range, do something like quarter circle back 1, right? You can do a bit more. Combo / Oki, I talked about. I think Oki could maybe do a bit more, but I think the biggest thing right now is you got to improve the combos and get more consistent damage out of your opportunities here. Personal opinion stuff. I talked a little bit about it, but I think there's a lot of opportunities where up back 2 could still see some use. I mentioned that. I think you need to use down forward 4 a lot more. I love that move. Holy shit. That move is so nice. Anytime you get plus frames, I'm just going to go, all right, well, I got plus frames, so I'm going to press down forward 4. Did it hit? Cool. I'm now +8. More offense. Did it get blocked? Cool. I'm -2. Movement time. Or I'll maybe try to steal a turn with a jab, or backdash, or sidestep, anything. Oh, did I get a counter hit? Sweet. Back 1-2, or down 1+2 if you're unsure about the range, right? That down forward 4 is amazing. I fucking love that move. That move is awesome and should be used more. Use more back 4. You have a legitimate stature kick, and even in Tekken 8 when, everything's fucking crazy, I think having a stature kick's really good. You have on-demand plus frames, right? At any point, the opponent's just going to be stand blocking, and you go, okay, well, you're stand blocking, back 4. I'm now +4. Let me initiate offense, right? A lot of things you could be doing. You could be throwing a bit more, because I think throws are still very buffed in Tekken 8, but that's neither here nor there. I think that's something later. I think that's it for me right now. Those are the only thoughts I really had at the moment. Just kind of like a, hey, here are my first impressions. Maybe I'll watch more and see if I have anything to add, but I think I covered the core areas that I think should be focused on. Once you're there and once you feel like, okay, I've hit another plateau, let me revisit this, right? But I think for now, it's just step up the combos, figure out the stage awareness, and then from there, once you figure that out, start learning matchups, I guess. There's a lot, but I think I talked about the core areas. Anyway, like I said before, right, man, this is not gospel. This is just, hey, here's my 2 cents. If it helps, awesome. I am happy, right? If you have any questions, if something didn't make any sense, you are in the Discord. Feel free to ask questions. That's what we're all here to do. I just want to create this environment of like, hey, I don't understand this thing about Paul or Tekken. Hey, here's an answer that might be able to help you, give you some ideas, right? That's it. All right, man. Have a good one.